Autosomal DNA. If you were to look inside the nucleus of one of your cells as it was getting ready to divide, you would see that it contains 46 packages of DNA. These DNA packages are called chromosomes. Chromosomes come in matched pairs. 22 pairs are autosomes. The other pair determines whether you are male or female. Each pair of autosomes is inherited in the same way. We will focus on one pair of autosomes and follow its inheritance. For each pair of autosomes, one came from your mother and the other came from your father. Just like you got one set of autosomes from each of your parents got one set of autosomes from each of your grandparents. Before your parents passed their autosomes down to you, each pair of their autosomes was randomly jumbled through a process called recombination. So the autosomes that you inherited from your parents are really made up of a random mixture of your grandparents' autosomes. Going back one more generation, your grandparents' autosomes were passed to them by your great-grandparents. Their autosomes were recombined before they were passed to your grandparents and so on. So your autosomes are random mixtures of your great-grandparents' autosomes. As you can see, your autosomes contain a complete genetic record, with all branches of your ancestry contributing a piece of your autosomal DNA. But the genetic contribution of any one ancestor becomes more disjointed with each generation. Close relatives share large fragments of DNA from a common ancestor. The size of the fragment shared by more distant relatives is smaller, but even the smallest fragments can be useful for learning about deep ancestry. Therefore, autosomal DNA can tell us about both deep ancestry and our recent genetic past.